We're in Albuquerque, New Mexico, the center of the universe.
An event which also is in connection with the Gathering of Nations. All the tribes from around the nation come in and they just show off all their beauty.
I'm from the Navajo Nation. Today we have a jam called the Secret Cipher, the Sacred Cipher, which is powwow. Where powwow and hip-hop cultures unite.
A cipher is a circle that's created for everybody to go in and dance and show off their skills and show off who they are. This is like a culmination of that and breaking and how to show that there's a really big connection between the two.
When colonization happened, it abolished all any culture, dance, music, art, everywhere. Dance is the biggest resistance you could ever possibly do.
It's existed for so many years, and I mean centuries. It's probably one of the basic forms of communication. It's probably one of the biggest ways to really, it transcends a person beyond just words and images. It's just like the body really communicating. There's steps that are carried from, within the Native American cultures that you will see in the breaking dances, and there's a family, there's just like that basic connection, and it's just the rhythm going to the beat of the drum. Even in African dance culture, call and response. The drum is speaking and the dancer replies to it however way they feel, and it's just the same way with breaks.
We're mixing b-boying with powwow and house music. House comes from a generation in the gay community where they're not even allowed in church. So they made it their own sanctuary. They made their own church inside warehouse jams back in the 70s. B-boying came up from South Bronx from nothing after they took everything out. That dance style and that art emerged. Powwow, they took away the ghost dance of powwow, and it's emerged, and we're still here. You can hear the drums inside, and we're young people.
I'm a coordinator with a partnership here called the Native Health Initiative, and the Water's Life campaign is people trying to have some say in big decisions around where their water is going, particularly in Native communities. There's a lot of big cities here in the Southwest, Phoenix, Denver, Albuquerque, that are preying on the water supply of Native communities to basically take it from them before anyone notices what's going on. So the youth went around to these different meetings that were supposedly held to get public opinion. They did beautiful graffiti art in places like water wells, on abandoned houses that depicted very traditional scenes, and also then more modern graffiti. And they were expressing in a beautiful way the opposition to giving away something that's sacred.
When you dance, you are becoming one with the drums, Mother Nature, when she's trying to fight back with the resistor, taking the oil, trying to take our blood. We're dancing for the universe, for Mother Earth first.
Health begins with an understanding of who you are and having something that's important for you to stand up for. I think that same analogy is there when youth are starting to, even though again they may not know all of the stories, they may not know all of the oral traditions, they may not even understand the grandma who speaks only Navajo and they speak only English. There's a lot of very difficult ways for them to integrate into who I am as a Native person. But the Water's Life thing, again, to hear these youth come up by themselves with the idea that water can't be bartered, and here their leaders who are telling them we know tradition are very willing to say sign here for a certain amount of money that we're given in exchange for the water rights. So to me that's a common theme here. It's and both this event here today with dancing and drum culture and this movement that has a big center around art as a way of expression. They both are able to do a modern day translation into kind of some of these barriers that are hard to overcome.
So this is what we're doing. We're having a sacred circle, a sacred cipher. It's a powwow drum, a turntable, break beats, and house music. We're dancing for those who can. Never trust a spiritual leader who cannot dance. We got little kids dancing in our cipher too, and they're there. Kids, they're our star seeds. We're feeding. We planted seeds, and we're there nurturing it. 7-generation rule. We're we're doing this for the next 7 generations after us.